Welcome back for another version of Fitness Presence. It's another slightly overcast day at sunset or approaching sunset here at Jupiter Beach. And today we're going to do Fitness Presence. We're going to work on all aspects of fitness. We're going to get started as we always do in a nice gentle way. And today we're going to emphasize flexibility and balance. Of course, we'll be doing everything, but those will be our emphasis. So what I'd like you to do again is reach up, press into the ground, find your balance, find your center. Breathe really deep, open up your lungs, and then pull down. And I'd like you to imagine that you have handles in your hands and you're doing like a chin up at the same time you're doing a squat. And at the bottom of this, you're breathing all the way out. And then you're gonna press all the way up. And there's not a lot of resistance in your arms. Not doing a ton with antagonist resistance yet, but we're gonna get it started. Pull it back down again. You're pulling, feel a little bit of resistance. The biceps are contracting, your lats are pulling in. You're dropping your butt nice and deep. And you're pressing up. You're dropping your butt actually however deep you want to drop your butt. Everybody's got different range of movement. We're working on flexibility, but that's always about your flexibility, your range of movement. So think about pulling down. You've got a bar in your hand and you're pulling it down. So you feel your biceps contracting, you feel your lats pulling your elbows toward your side as you drop in. Right in here, you got a nice stretch in the quads and you're gonna press up as you do an overhead press. Reach to the sky and fill your lungs. This movement here, since we're just going kind of up and straight and down, just considered to be the sagittal plane. As if I step forward, anything coming forward to us is also sagittal plane. So we can do those same chin-ups in a crescent lunge and then lift our arms. And if I flipped my hands, so my hands are facing down, now you feel the shoulders rotating, pulling all the way up and over. So the deltoids are pulling your arms up, and the muscles right under your arms are pulling down in resistance. So now when those muscles are pulling down, they're a little bit stronger right now than the deltoids are. They're pulling through with a little more strength. You can have them pull all the way down and then push up. As the legs go, we're dropping into a crescent lunge, which means you're just kind of coming forward. Your back leg is straight. I'll show you from the side. Your back leg it can be straight. It can be bent if you'd like it to be. That depends on your hip flexor flexibility, right? So you're gonna drop that down. You wanna keep your body upright. And you're gonna pull through. Now, even though I'm going, this is still sagittal since I'm going straight forward to myself. But you feel yourself coming down, you're pulling through all the way down, and now we're gonna flip it. So just switch sides, turn around, and do the same movement. We're gonna pull it all the way down, nice drop, deep, good stretch. And now you're pressing up, you're doing that crescent lunge all the way to the top. We're gonna do 4 of these. I want you to think about bringing a little more resistance now as you pull your arms down and as you lift them up. In the legs, you're really thinking about pressing into the ground and resisting the stand. So your quads and your glutes lift your body up, right? They straighten the leg, they pull the hip back. The hamstrings pull it down. So by adding resistance in the hamstrings, you actually make that lift harder. So you have gravitational pull being the weight of your body, but you also have the hamstrings pulling you down. And then in our upper body, we have energy flowing through our fingers, and we really feel a lot of resistance in our shoulders, which are trying to overpower the muscles beneath your arm, the serratus anterior, and also your lats. And so that is a little bit of sagittal. Since we're doing flexibility, I'm gonna go a little wide here, and let's just think of this flexibility of the legs right here first. And then let's lean out with our arms, and we're lifting our arms up, and now we're stretched as far as we can. As you come down, I'd like you to think about contracting your chest as you come across the middle. So when your legs are straight up, you're fully contracted in your chest. Now we're gonna drop down to the opposite side. Both arms are lifting up, and you're gonna reach out as far as you can with your arms and lean in. And breathe. Everything is nice and slow and very gentle. Everybody pay attention to their own physical capabilities. We want to work nice and slowly. So there's never momentum, and it makes it easier to get good range without putting yourself in danger of an injury. But always move slowly at the edges of your range of movement. You don't want momentum to carry you through a range of movement that could be injurious. Injurious, I'm not really sure how you say that word, all the way over. Pull it through, feel that lift, drop it down. Now let's flip and turn the body to the side And now let's do a stretch the opposite way. We're gonna come all the way across, dropping in. That one leg becomes straight, the other leg is bent. You're laying over to the side and you're coming through. Even to think about flexibility of the neck, what I'd like you to do is think about laying your head down to the side and stretching your neck to the side, and then coming up over the top and reaching and stretching your head in the opposite direction. Good. We're gonna add a little bit of isokinetic resistance as we do a rotation. So grab your hands, clasp them, elbows stay high, and you rotate around. So you're gonna rotate into a deep crescent lunge. And as you pull through, allow your torso to rotate as far as it does, and then your arms can continue to go. And I want you to rotate your head as well, so you get a good rotation of the head, of the neck, excuse me, is really what you're rotating, right? Now you're gonna pull back across your body with resistance, all the way through, and then you're gonna drop down into a nice long crescent on the opposite side, pulling all the way across. And again, your torso will stop, and then your arms can continue to go. So your one arm is coming across your chest, the other arm is coming towards your back, and then look behind you and get a nice gentle stretch of your neck. Then come back through. So we're stretching our torso, we're stretching our hip flexors, we're stretching our glutes, we're pulling all the way through, we're rotating our neck, and we're coming back through. Good flexibility. And I said I was gonna work on balance too. Anytime you're stretched out and you're in a narrow line, this should be challenging for your balance. If it's not challenging, see if you can pull your one leg more directly behind the other. So it's more like you're standing on a balance beam. Let's come forward. I want you to do some balance work and some flexibility. So this is a 4-sit, which basically means you're gonna make your leg look like a 4. Raise it up high and then lower it. So what we're dropping down here, you're gonna drop your butt back. You'll feel a stretch in the piriformis on both sides, the glutes right behind here on both sides. You'll feel that nice stretch in your glutes. Allow yourself to drop down as deep as you are comfortable with your chest up, and then start leaning forward toward the screen and lay down maybe, and then come back up again. So this is balance and flexibility, obviously, right? So now come across your body, try to maintain that balance. And now let's see if you can kick your leg out. And we're doing flexibility too, so you're gonna kick it as high as you can as you kick it out and balance. And then pull it back in and settle it back down again. And then we're gonna do it on the other side. If you're losing your balance, find something to hold on to, or you're actually, I mean, I'm almost always falling over when I'm doing this. So, and that is what makes you have good balance. When your body gets used to, oh, this is how I fall over, I need to balance a little bit differently. And so again, let's drop in, feel that stretch in your butt, your glutes. Feel that stretch, your chest is up, your arms are back. We're gonna lean forward. You're gonna continue to feel that stretch, maybe even your low back. Lay it down a little bit maybe. And then as we come up, pull that leg up nice and high to the side and stretch and balance. And pull it all the way out. Kick that up and hold, then pull that in. Good job. We're gonna do an airplane. Actually, we're gonna do a rotation around the hip. So this is gonna work on some hip flexibility, and we're gonna rotate it around. And I did that with a bent leg. It's easier to do it in a bent leg. If you do it with a straight leg, there's a little more strength required and balance. But what you wanna do is find out what's good for you. You only start with what's good for you. And this is a nice airplane pose. We come and bring it back down again. We're gonna switch sides. Let's pull the opposite leg up. And we'll do both. We'll do the knee, pull the knee around, all the way around into the back. And so you're loosening up the hip. And then we can pull it forward. You can repeat with the knee, or if you want to try with the leg. I like to raise that one arm straight up and the other to counter as you pull it around, as a counterbalance in the weight, the balance. And you see I'm about to fall over right now, and I'm going to try and fight for it and get that good stretch. Good deal. So let's do a little stretch with our legs wide. And for fun, let's do a little bit of lifting too. So imagine that you have heavy stones in your hands and you're lifting as you drop your butt low. And you'll notice that the wider you go, sometimes it becomes actually more difficult to get really deep. But it's a different stretch. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do a couple of them real wide like this. Now think about lifting those weights up. You're going to lift weights all the way over your head as you drop in. Now turn and pull it back down again. Think about pulling those cables across your chest all the way in. And at the bottom, I'd like you to think about flexing your chest as hard as you can. Good. Now scoot your legs in a little tighter and see how much deeper you can go. So we're going to do the same move, but our feet are a little tighter, and your butt will drop lower most likely, and you'll be able to come all the way around. Okay? But again, this is actually a frontal plane because our legs are out to the side, and we're raising our hands to the side. So this is frontal in this way. If we turn our legs forward and we bring our arms forward, this would be on the sagittal plane, and pull it back down again. Let's think about lifting and pressing into the ground and breathing. Now what I'd like you to do is stretch your hamstrings a little bit, and this is on the sagittal plane, so press it down and pull your arms as far forward as you can behind you. You're pulling them up and stretching. Feel that stretch in your hamstrings and your glutes. And now we're going to see how far we can actually rotate those shoulders in this plane of movement. So they were straight up. Now we're going to see if we can bring them almost straight down and come all the way around. All the way, drop it down, press it up, get the hamstring stretch, reach, then come back down again, all the way over. Good. Let's come, where are we time-wise? We got a little more time. So we'll do a little more balance work. What I want you to do here is just press out to the side and curl your, you know what, let's find what works for you. Just stay right here if this is good. And if not, see if you can extend that leg all the way up and hold. Now I think strength, hold strength, press up, pull it in, and settle that down again. Now let's go the opposite way. Just find your balance first at whatever place is good for you. You'll see, again, I'm constantly always losing my balance. And then press it up and push it out and bring it down. And let's do one in front. So we'll just kick it straight out, almost like a martial arts kick. And then come back and do a Superman, which means I'm reaching forward in this pose. And we'll do it again. We'll do a martial arts kick. What I mean by that, you're coming forward, your toes are pulled back and the ball of your foot's coming forward. And then as you lay forward, you're going to lean out and do a Superman coming forward. I'll show you from the side. If we come from the side, we're going to do the martial arts kick, kicking out, and then Superman coming over the top. It's like a butterfly stroke of the hand. And then switch sides. Maybe do a cartwheel arms over to the side. Flex it in. Do the martial arts kick. All the way out. And then reach through. And go for Superman. And come down. Now we've got a couple minutes left. Nope, we got about a minute left. Let's get our breath back down again. Slow it down. Nice and slow. And breathe. Find your breath. We're going to really be with the breath down. We got about a minute to bring it all the way down. And to be finished up with our 15 minutes. All the way through. So we got some good cardio. We got some great balance. We got some good strength. We got good flexibility. Kind of a beautiful day. Lots of body awareness. And again, anytime you're doing all those things, just take your arms. I like this movement. Just take this arm and move it around gently. Again, we're not doing a lot of resistance now. We're really just trying to bring our bodies down, allow it to cool down, stretch it through, breathe it out, recognize we did great. All done in less than 15 minutes. All those elements of fitness. If you're enjoying me, please join me on my YouTube channel. Just subscribe. And again, this is Fitness Presence. In 15 minutes a day, you can work on every aspect of your fitness and continue to evolve to optimize your health and fitness right here with us. Have a great day.